5 designs have been shortlisted for the Founders Memorial, which is set to open at Marina Bay in 2027. And you can have your say in which one you like best.
The 5 designs are going to go on display from Monday in a showcase starting at IMM and then traveling around the island by the end of the year. They were selected after an international competition which drew nearly 200 submissions.
A panel will pick a winner early next year, taking into account public feedback and other factors as well. Construction of the landmark at Bay East Garden will start in 2021. The memorial is meant to capture the values and ideals of Singapore's first generation of leaders.
Now, it will feature exhibition galleries as well as art installations. And we're joined by a member of the Founders Memorial Committee, Mr. Tai Lee Siang. Now, he's also on the jury panel, which will ultimately pick a winner. Mr. Tai, welcome. Good to see you here today.
Hello,
So you had about 200 submissions, and you've narrowed it down to 5.
That's right.
So what's going to be the deciding factor in terms of, choosing one? Because there can only be one.
There can only be one. So we have actually very strict criteria to judge. And these are, first of all, functionality. We've got to make sure the chosen design solve all the problems that the building should. That includes connectivity to the MRT stations and all the access points.
The practical things have to be taken into account.
has to be taken into account. And the second thing, of course, is we like a beautiful design. But we're not just going by the cover of the book, because it has to come with a powerful narrative, a story that reflects the value and ideals of this founding leadership. So the third aspect is actually the gardens. The building is not just the only thing of Founders Memorial. It actually sits in a garden. And I think both the indoor and the outdoor spaces are equally important in evoking this response to what the founding leadership is all about.
Yeah, it sounds like there's an awful lot of thought that's going to have to go into this, both from the public and from the jury themselves. So what are some of the common elements then among the shortlisted designs?
First of all, we see that all 5 designs are beautiful and all comes with interesting stories to tell, reflects different aspects of what we are looking for in the Founders Memorial. And secondly, the spaces around it are all very well utilized and curated so that you don't just enter a building, but you actually enjoy the whole setting. And third thing, I would say all designs capture the beautiful Bay East view of the existing CBD and the future city of Singapore.
Mr. Tai, how valuable will public feedback be in terms of choosing the winning design?
Well, the sequence of the exhibition is such that thereafter we will go into the second round judging only in January. So the jury panel is going to take serious consideration of the feedback by the public. I believe that the public will not only choose a design, but they're also given the chance to comment on the design. So we're looking for both, not just a choice, but also direct feedback about how they feel about the design. And then that coupled with the earlier criteria that I mentioned, the jury have to take all this into consideration.
Yeah, it'll be quite heartening, I think, for members of the public to be able to sort of contribute in a way and give some ideas. I suppose it brings into it sort of an inclusivity when it comes to sort of hosting something like this.
Yeah, I think for a building like a Founders Memorial, this is something that we must do.
But, I mean, are you expecting a great deal of feedback?
I think times have changed. In the past, we probably would say maybe it's going to be quite minimal. But looking at the current generation, especially the younger generation, I'm expecting a lot of feedback and looking for exciting feedback.
Yes, and with social media and being able to receive so much feedback, it should be quite an easy process as well for people to get in touch and share their ideas. What happens next then? Talk us about how these sort of 5 designs are going to be sort of brought around the country to be sort of seen by everyone.
So we're going to showcase it in next Monday at IMM.
Yes.
And the members of the public will get to see all 5 designs and get to choose it. Plus, we also want to educate them on why the Founders Memorial. And thereafter, it's going on to the heartlands, where places like Kampong Admiralty, Tampines Hub, they will showcase the same exhibition to the members of the public in those areas. After that, we will collate them, and in January, the jury panel will be convened to look at all the feedback. And then go through a very challenging process of selecting the final design.
And when do you expect that to happen then, when the final design to be sort of chosen and then, you know, you can start rolling things out?
If all things go smoothly, we expect the decision to be made by first quarter 2020.
Okay.
Well, very soon.
Yeah, it certainly is. And if people want to get in touch, how would they best go about submitting their sort of suggestions and ideas?
We have an online portal for them to feedback, which is called foundersmemorial.sg. So they can do that or go to the actual exhibition and give their direct feedback.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, best of luck with the selection process.
Thank you.
And best of luck to whoever's having to collate all the comments as well.
Yes.
We've been speaking with Mr. Tai Lee Siang from the Founders Memorial Committee. He's also on the jury panel for the design competition.